Rich Thomas Weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody, on this Friday morning. Happy Friday. Rich here on a freezing Friday morning at around 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've got you the latest on your storm-free but chilly weekend forecast. And hey, snow fans, I'm going to be talking about this system coming in on Tuesday that could have a rain-snow mix at some point, then changing over to snow. Will snow accumulate anywhere in Alabama? Well, some of the models say it could. And that's not the big story on this video. The big story is about the extreme cold. You and I have been talking about it for weeks, that it was coming before the end of this month. Wait till you see how cold it could be. Rather than talk about it, let's take a look.
I want to start with this map because I want to show you the brand of cold lurking just north of the Canadian border. This is wind chill, and I see some minus 40s and minus 50s. That's the kind of cold air that'll be draining into the U.S. next week. Well, this morning we have a reinforcing front coming into southeast Alabama, just kind of reinforcing the chill that we already have in place. So I think today's high temperature will be up around 48, I'm saying. And then tonight's low, colder, down to about, I'm saying 26, with lighter winds today out of the northwest at 5 to 10. Here's a model mix tomorrow morning showing 27 around Montgomery and maybe some 26 around Troy and 30 around Dothan. Not much wind tomorrow morning, so I don't think that'll be a factor. So a cold morning and a chilly day. We're up to about 51 on Saturday with sunshine. Sunday, we see a storm system in Florida and a disturbance brushing by North Alabama. We're kind of in between systems with a high in the upper 50s. Then a milder day Monday. I think we're up to about 61. And a storm system approaching. So this is Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. showing rain coming into central Alabama and changing over to snow in the colder air in northwest Alabama. That's 6 a.m. Here's noon showing the changeover from rain to perhaps snow or some sort of mix here in central Alabama at noon, moving southeastward. And that's the GFS. This is the Euro, which is also agreeing that there will be a changeover, perhaps to snow or a mix. And then Tuesday at 6 p.m. rather, showing the snow into southeast Alabama before ending and moving out. How much accumulation? Well, the GFS is most bullish. It has maybe a dusting here in central Alabama, and more like a 1-inch accumulating snow from, let's say, Alexander City, north of Marion, and better in northwest Alabama. The European is more believable, with a dusting perhaps as far south as Selma and maybe Clanton, and then more accumulating snow up in northwest Alabama, 1 to 2 inches. This is this cold air coming in Tuesday night. A corridor of extreme cold from Canada all the way down to the Gulf Coast. That's the Euro. Here's the GFS. Again, very cold to extreme cold to dangerous cold. But by the time you get up to a Chicago, these are some wind chills Tuesday night at midnight. Single digits on the Euro all the way down to Dothan. Around 1 in Birmingham, below 0 up there around Nashville. Look at this. This is the GFS taking places like Chicago to 52 below on the wind chill, 40 below in Cleveland. By the way, after this cold air in the middle of the week, there's another cold air shot on the first weekend of February, and the European takes us down to 14 one morning around February 3rd. Don't take that literally, but just to show you the kind of brand of cold coming in. One shot and then another shot. Hey, tonight we'll be live on location in Wetumpka, nearly a week after the tornado that tore through town, on a special edition of Your Town Friday. Join me, Shane Butler, and Jeff Sanders tonight on the Alabama News Network at 5, 5:30, and 6, CBS and 8, and ABC 32. We'll see how Wetumpka is doing 1 week after the big tornado. Join us tonight. Should be interesting.
So we have some very interesting weather to talk about over the next few days. I'll have a blog update for you first thing tomorrow morning and another one on Sunday morning, and your next video will be Monday morning. You got all that? All right, we'll be live on the radio this morning 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1, live on CBS 8 and ABC 32 at 5:50 and 6:40 a.m., and your forecast whenever you want it across the dial on 8 radio stations, 256 times a day. That's the Blue Water family of stations. Stay warm. We'll keep you up to date on the weather, and I'll see you later. Well, I'll see you from Wetumpka tonight on TV.
Rich Thomas Weather.